It's time for the JB Podcast. Welcome back to the JB Podcast. Today, I'm joined by UFC fighter Klaudia Sygula. In this episode, we talk about her journey, the mindset behind competing at the highest level, and what it takes to keep pushing forward in such a demanding sport, and her advice for the next generation of fighters. We also cover topics which you will see throughout the episode. So let's get into it.
2, 1, we are now live. Klaudia, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for invitation.
So for the listeners that are tuning in today and for people that might not know about your background, give the listeners a little bit about your story, how you got to where you are and where you came from.
I come from Poland. I started from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu when I was 14. 14, 2 years. I did trainings in gi. Then my coach encouraged me to try martial arts, and I changed my group because at the beginning I trained in a younger group. And I started training mixed martial arts, but honestly, beginning of my career was like just hobby. I trained 2-3 times per week, so it was not something special. And then I heard about tournament, and I decided to go for this tournament. Of course, I lost my first fight, amateur fight, and I think that it was moment when I realized that I lost, but I want to do it. I want to be better fighter. I want to be better person, and I focus more on trainings. And yeah, I think that my beginning of my career was crazy, was funny, and now I trade it more seriously.
So what was that like for you dealing with that first loss? Did you have a lot of questions about yourself, like maybe this isn't for you? Or was it always going to be like, no, brush myself off, I'm going again?
For sure at the beginning, it was upset experience for me. I was so sad because I thought that if I am training 2 months, I am able to beat everyone, but it doesn't work like that. And I think that it was a great lesson for me. It shows me how persistence, how hard work we need to, how work we need to do to achieve something. And I think that it was also great for me because I didn't give up. I lost, but it motivates me. So I think that it was a great lesson for me for the future.
I think that's such an important point, is like the losses and the setbacks that people can have is for most people where they need to decide, do I keep going and do I use this as fuel or motivation to get better, or do I just decide, I'm not going to do it anymore because, I don't want to put the effort in. And it's good to see that obviously for you back then, you realized that early and was like, no, I just need to work a bit harder, apply a bit more, put more hours in, whatever it is, and then your time would come. So I think that's a great skill.
Yeah, that's true. I also think that it shows if you are a good person for this sport and you are able to continue the sport. If you know how to struggle when you lost, it is great because it means that you are a great person for the sport, because it is normal. We not only win our fights, we also lose it, and we need to have knowledge how to work with this losses, what we can change, and we should our losses like a lesson. And I think that if we know how to lose, it is great for us. It is a great experience.
So how do you deal with the pressure of performing? Do you have any rituals, like from, say, a few weeks before a fight, leading up to the fight? What's that like for you? How do you manage that pressure?
Generally, I don't feel any pressure by others. I feel only pressure by myself. I think that I am quite ambitious person, and I put pressure on me. But I think also that it is good pressure because it motivates me to train, even if I have a bad day and I don't want to go to the gym. This pressure helps me to, okay, Claudia, let's go. It is only a few weeks to your fight. You need to be ready. You need to go. You need to train. And I think that if we know how to work with pressure, it can motivate us.
Oh, I'm the same. Like the pressure is always from the internal rather than the external. Like everyone else is like, "Oh, it's fine. You're great. Like no problem. Keep going." Like a little bit of motivation here and there. But for me, I'm like, needs to be better, and I've got this
Okay.
coming up like 100% in, which I find is quite a. It's like a personality trait. Not to say that I've got that personality trait, but for like yourself and successful people within their sports, they all seem to share that same sort of trait. They have like the external, which is maybe family, friends, partner, for like the little extra kick, but mainly it's for them. Like they feel like they want more, that ambition. They want to get to the top, and it's like I'm willing to put the effort in.
Yeah, the same here. I think that pressure helps us to be more efficient. If we don't feel any stress, any pressure, it is hard to focus. It is hard to hard work because we don't need to. We don't have to. We can stay at home. But when you have pressure, you always require more from yourself. So yeah, I think that the pressure is the best. Maybe not the best feeling because nobody likes feel this feeling, but for sure it helps a lot.
Who were your role models growing up? So did you have like people you looked up to that you wanted to sort of be like, or you looked at on TV or wherever and was like, yeah, that's the dream? Like who did you look up to?
Generally, I didn't follow anyone. I started training by accident, I can say, and I didn't have any person who I was a big fan or something like that. I think that it just happened. I started training and then I started doing career in this sport, but I didn't follow anybody.
And what was it like for you being 14 and doing jujitsu? I assume it was like quite male dominant then. It's obviously there's a lot more female involved in jujitsu now, but what was that like for you going to a jujitsu gym and it's just like loads of men about? Was that quite nervous, like vibes, or did you just take to it?
Uh, I started training with my friend, so I don't feel lonely because I know him. But the beginning was hard because there were only two girls on the mat, so we need to train with boys. So when you start, it is not comfortable to train with men. Often older than you, so I think that I needed few months to use to this situation, and then I really enjoy every training. I think also that jiu-jitsu is for smart people. You need to think all the time. It's not just fighting like kickboxing or something. You need to all the time be focused. All the time, some dangerous is waiting for you. So, yeah, jiu-jitsu was a great experience for me. But yeah, as I said, beginning was not easy because not a lot of girl on the mat and training with others. Yeah, when you are 14, it's not easy.
Did you make a transition from, because I think you're training at American Top Team every now and then, right? What was
Yeah,
that
yeah.
like moving from sort of where you grew up in to then go to America to start training there? Was that like a transition for you quite difficult?
It was difficult, not only difficult because it is other side of work, but also financially was not easy because I am from Poland. But I lost my debut in UFC, and I knew that I need to change something if I want to stay in UFC. During my debut, I met head coach of ATT, Markus Parumpa, and he encouraged me to come to ATT to see how trainings looks like. I also told him about my situation in Poland. I was not good prepared for my debut. Coaches didn't pay attention on me, I can say like that. I train like on normal group with others. I didn't have any special preparations before my UFC debut, so I also know that it shouldn't look like that, because UFC is high level. You need to have special preparations, and you need to be ready to fight with high level of fighters. And I told him about my situation, and I remember one sentence. He said to me that if you wanna be professional, you need to train with professional people, and I think that this sentence made that I come to ATT. First time I come only on 1 month to see how it looks like. If I am able to train with high level of fighters, to train with them. I didn't want to be, boxing bug or someone who only border others. But after this 1 month, I felt that it is the right place for me. Professional coaches, high level of fighters. I think that I learned 10 times more by 1 month than by 1 year in Poland. So I also knew that it will be not easy for me, because preparation in USA cost much more than in Poland. I also knew that it will require big, how to say, I will need to put a lot of effort, a lot of dedication to be here, because I will need to leave my family in Poland, live my whole life, and come here knowing now almost nobody, because 1 month only here. So even I didn't know especially well coaches and sparring partners. But I also knew that it will be the best decision if I wanna be in UFC. And I put everything on one card. I put everything, and I come here for all preparation before my second fight in UFC. I spent here 2-3 months. I trained with coaches. I was really well prepared for my second fight. I even feel more confident than before. And I win. I won another time, another preparation here. I also win. So it shows that I made really good decision, and the area around you, the people who are around you, means a lot. And I think that it was being here in ATT. It was a game changer in my career.
Yeah, I was going to say it's like a big risk to move to America. That's obviously the main thing, and then to surround yourself with like-minded individuals, and also feel like the best way I can describe it is probably in like Poland. It felt like you were renting mat space almost, and like everyone's just there. Whereas like you move to America and then you're actually getting coaching. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, you're here, that's cool. Like, yeah, go and have fun and spar like in Poland. And then in American Top Team, it's kind of like you're training with people who are going to develop your game and give you feedback and say, look at this, try this angle, So there's such a big difference, and you can see like obviously it's made you so much better so quickly as well because of that, just that quick change.
When I remember myself from my first fight in my debut in UFC and my second fight in UFC, I think that everyone, even someone who don't know the sport, can see the difference between like two other fighters. So I spent only 2 months in ATT to prepare for this fight. So if during only 2 months I can change a lot. I also thought how it could look like when I will stay here for instance, 1 year or 2 years. So yeah, when you train with high level of fighters, you are able to learn something from everybody, and it creates a new person, a new fighter. So I am so happy that I can be here. And to be honest, I also enjoy every training. Sometimes in Poland, when I woke up, I was, I am too tired. I don't want to go to the gym. I will better stay at home. I need some rest today. But here, I don't have this feeling. Every day I can't wait to go to the gym to train with them, to learn something new. I also think that because of weather here is really hot, and it also gives more energy. But generally, being here and training here gives me a lot of motivation, a lot of good mood, and I am so happy that I can be here.
Do you think also the fact that these sort of higher level training partners are also going to be turning up and training, so that motivates you a little bit more as well? Obviously, like in Poland, you've got people, but being at American Top Team, obviously you're surrounded by some of the world's best, and it's like, well, they're training, and they're turning up today, so I need to get out of bed, I need to get myself ready, and I need to go, rather than like, maybe today I'll have it off.
Of course, it gives me big motivation when I spar with girls, for instance, who are 2 times world championship in jiu-jitsu. I think that, oh my gosh, I want to be like her. I ask about something, about more details. I don't feel bad when I am worse on the mat than someone's other. In Poland, always I want to compete with everyone. I want to be the best on the gym. And sometimes I didn't learn anything because of this. But now, okay, even if I lose sparring, it is a good lesson for me. And I think that I also changed my way of thinking. I think that my mind is more open. As I said, I don't afraid to ask about something, and that is why I also develop myself. And also, it is really good because there is no bad blood between us. Even if we fight, okay, we want to push yourself, but it's not like something like that after sparring, we are so angry for that she bite me or she submit me. No, okay, it was sparring, but after sparring, we talk about our mistakes, we try to help each other. And I think that this is game changer, because in Poland I didn't feel something like that. It was more competitive between us than helping each other. But here, everyone to try to push you to be better fighter. And also, the great thing for me is, for instance, I am doing strength and conditional training, and someone is training behind me, and this person said, "Klaudia, let's go! You can more, you can more." So even during normal training, someone motivates you all the time to be better. So yeah, it is great.
Just a completely different sort of energy, right?
Yeah, totally different.
So, for like when we spoke about pressure, do you feel more pressure now, or did you feel more pressure when you started? Like, as these fights are obviously starting to come in more, is there, because your confidence is higher because of where you're training, do you think that's minimized the amount of pressure you feel? Like, what's the dynamic there?
It's hard to say. I think that nothing changed. Pressure is always the same. I think that even if I was amateur, I feel the same pressure, which I feel now when I am in UFC. But as I said, it is because of me, because I put this pressure on myself. It's my pressure, not others, because I don't to try to listen. I mean, yes, I try to listen others. I mean, my coaches, my sparring partners, but other people. It's not important for me what someone's think. I also know that supporters have some expectation from me, because they watch my fight. They wanna something from me, but to be honest, it's not important for me. For me, the most important is to put all heart for my fight, prepare on 100%, and do my best, and that's all. So the pressure is the same when I was the same when I was amateur, and is the same when I am UFC fighter.
And how do you manage like your anxieties in the when you're in the back waiting to come out? Because that must be crazy sort of feelings, those butterflies and those nerves. Like, how do you personally manage them?
I work with sports psychologists, and it helps me a lot, to be honest. I also think that working with such person changed a lot of in my mind. I also during my fight camp visualize a lot, so I see all bad scenarios in my head before my fight. So it also makes that I am prepared for everything almost in my fight. So I think that working not only with our body but also with our mind is the most important thing.
Can you explain that feeling to me, like the best way possible, when you're walking out to the Octagon and then you get inside the Octagon and there's all those people? Like, what does that feel like inside, even in your brain? Like, what's going on up here?
It is funny because always when I go to the cage, I think, oh my God, I should do something different. I should do some paperwork, go to normal job, not doing, because mix of emotions. It is even hard to explain what emotions I have in my heart, because it is mix of almost of everything. But I also focus on the care, on my opponent, on myself, sometimes also on my music, because I try to choose music which shows my mood in such moment. But I don't look on people, on audience or something, because I also know that sometimes it could disturb me or something. So I try to focus only on me, on my cage, and that's all.
Do you, this is like another question I've always wondered, do you hear the fans? So when you're actually in there fighting, do you hear the fans going nuts? Like, because whenever I've played like football, for example, and there's like a few fans, they're shouting, I can't hear them because I'm just like focused.
It depends on, because when I was fighting in Apex, I hear almost everything, because small place, not big audience, so I hear almost everything, especially corner of my opponent. So it was really bad feeling, because I didn't hear anything from my corner, but I heard really good corner of my opponent. But when I was fighting, for instance, in Baku in Azerbaijan with big audience, I didn't hear anything. When I was fighting, I was focused on 100%, and I heard only my corner. So I think that it depends on situation.
What's what have you got planned for the future? What's like the upcoming potential fights? And what's your end goal? Obviously, I'm assuming it's belt, but what's the process to get there?
To be honest, I come to Florida now because I thought that maybe I will get some fight. I really hope that I will be fighting in Azerbaijan, in Baku one more time, because I really enjoy fighting there. But I know that it is not possible. Probably I will back to the cage in September, because matchmaker UFC said like that. So I need to wait a little longer this time, but it is also okay for me. It's time to prepare well and make some progress to be a better fighter in next fight. So in the future, maybe I am a little different than other fighters, because belt is not my goal. I also know how fighter I am. I can compare myself to other fighters in my division, and I think that my goal in this sport is be in five the best bantamweight girls on the world. But belt, okay, if someday I will have opportunity to fight to make fight belt, oh my God, great, I will be so happy and enjoy it. But now I don't focus on it, and I think that I will feel fulfilled fighter when I will be in five the best in my weight category.
Is that sometimes frustrating as well with not getting enough fights? Is that like an issue? Do you think that, if you want to fight 3 times a year, for example, and it doesn't happen, how do you manage that frustration? Obviously, I know there's politics at play and just the way the land lays sometimes, but yeah.
Now I feel a little frustrated, because I fight in February. Matchmakers say that I will fight in September, so it is 8 months of break, so it is quite a lot. It is also my job, so I need to earn money. So if you work only 2 times per year, and trust me, money on the first contract is not good. I spend more money on my camps here than I earn from my fights. So it is not easy situation. That is why I hope that I will get something. But I also know that it is process and I am unable to do anything. I need to be, I have small tattoo here and it means persistence. So I need to be persistent all the time. I need to wait and yeah, that's all. I can do anything. So
What's your speaking about like fights? What's a fight camp like for you? Like from sort of day one to competition day, fighting day. What's that like for you? How's that work?
Generally, fight camp is not easy. Never not easy. Maybe in Poland was easy, but when I moved here to train, I know that every camp will be harder and harder. I train with, as I said, with coach Markus Parumpa, and he is really strict coach. He is a really good person with big heart. I love him, but I also know that he's a really strict person. He require a lot. He pushed me in every day to be better fighter. No excuses, no mercy for me. So it is not easy. But I think that only because of this, I am able to win my fights because of him. Without him, I think that I will be not able to give from myself as much during every training like with him. And yeah, opportunity to train during my fight camp with Bia Mosquito, who is gold of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, with Yana Santos, Kayla Harrison, who is champ of my weight category, is great experience. It also requires strong mind from me because it is not easy to spar with them, to train with them because they are high level of fighters. Yeah, but generally, I think that camps here and trainings with high level of fighters, great coaches, is game changer. And even if it's hard, I know that it lead to good things for me. So I try this good word. I try to enjoy every moment.
I suppose that's quite an important part, right? Because you are essentially like living someone's dream, right? There's someone thinking that they want to do what you're doing. So having that gratification, then being like super grateful is such a must, I think, to sometimes sit there and just be like, oh, okay, like, wow, I'm actually doing this. I think that's awesome.
I generally think that we should be grateful in our life. Sometimes we didn't. I lost one word. Um, Sometimes we think that, oh my God, someone has better life, someone has better car. I don't know, more beautiful wife, more handsome husband or something. But we should enjoy that we are able to do some things, that we have home, that we have something to eat, we can do whatever we want, we can do our hobbies, we can train. I am healthy, I can train, I have almost everything what I need to live good life. So I try to be grateful almost for everything, for every day, because I know that there is a lot of people who are in more worse situation than me. So yeah, I think that be grateful should be for us the most important thing in our life. And we sometimes we don't know when will be our end, and life is short, so that is why we should enjoy every moment. Yeah, I think like that.
No, I agree with you 100%. That's how I try and find like even if you're not feeling great, try and find something, right? To like
some positive thing, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm sure you've probably been around them. I've been around them. Those people that are like everything's a problem.
Yeah.
It's like you go for a walk and they're like, and the sun's out, but I'm wearing the wrong trainers. They just
Because
they're
we are
always
used to
moaning.
complain. We are used to complain. We only see bad things. But that is why I think that sometimes we should stop and try to think in good way.
I agree. So with who you train with now, who's been like your biggest fighter wise sort of influences that maybe you've learnt a lot off of?
Come again?
So
Who is?
who's been your like biggest influence that you've learnt from fighter wise?
Okay. Influence. I think that Beatrice Mosquito has the biggest influence on me because she's really high level of grappler. I have never seen such a good grappler like she is. Honestly, I think that she will be able to beat almost a man in our weight category because she's so good. I even saw how she's sparring with boys on the gym, and trust me, he's really good. She's really good. And she worked really hard. I see that she trained 2-3 times per day, even if she's not in camp. So it also showed me that we should be in shape all the time. She's really strong. And I think that in 2 years, she will be a champ of our weight category. And I truly believe in it. And I hope that she will be champ because she deserves for it. She's really good fighter, really good person, and yeah, her grappling skills are totally high level.
And what advice would you give to young females that are looking to pursue the same career that you're pursuing right now?
I think that it will be basic advice: work hard, be patient, persistent. I truly believe that only sky is the limit. If you want something and you will put 100% of effort, all dedication, and you will be patient, it will come to you. So just be patient and hard work, and that's all.
Okay, cool. With you mentioned the UFC contract that's not very good at the start. Is that What's your take on the contract situation at the moment with all the money that they got from the new deal and how it's being distributed or lack of distribution of the money?
Yes, as I said, first contract is really bad. Maybe not really bad because it is still better than I was fighting in Poland, for instance, in Europe, but it is not a lot of money, especially if you need to pay 30% of taxes in USA. You need to pay your gym, your coaches, and almost nothing stays for you. But I also know that if you win fights, is able to change contract. And now I am in the situation that with my next fight, I will be on new contract. They promised me that they will give me new contract, but we will see. If it's not signed, I don't believe in it, but they promised. We will see. And I think that with new contract will be much more better. Maybe it still will be not crazy amount of my bank account, but it will be much more better, and for sure it will be easier for me to spend more time here on Florida and train in ATT.
How do you deal with negativity as well? So I mean that from like other people. Does it bother you even online? Obviously, you'll get the occasional trolls in the comments. I like to, people call them, where they're talking shit basically. How do you deal with all of that?
After my UFC debut, people talk shit about me, and it was the moment when I stopped to read anything. Even if I do some interview or something, I don't focus on comments. Okay, I did interview, that's all, and I forget about it. Because of course we say, oh, I don't hear anybody, it's not important for me. But sometimes when you read some sentence, it stays with you, and I don't need some negative thoughts to stay with me. So that is why I think that avoiding comments, avoiding this shit comments is better option for me.
So is that just like literally you just don't even look at them really, or do you spend like maybe a minute when a post goes up or whatever to just like say on your own social media, for example, when you post the first minute you like read the comments because obviously it's friends and whatever, and then after that it's gone.
Of course, we also like to read comments because sometimes you can read something positive and then you are in really good mood. And of course, it is so enjoyable experience. But when you see something bad, it can work opposite. So I think that avoiding is a better option. But I have problem because I am not reading, but my family is reading, and sometimes it's hard to explain. For instance, my parents that okay, we don't know these people. Why do you read? This is not important what they say. They can say whatever you want, but we shouldn't follow this comment. Yeah, but it is hard to explain. For instance, my mom, who spent time on Facebook and he sees something about me. Oh my God, Claudia, why he say like that? I don't know, mom. I don't know him. why he say like that? It's not my business.
What were your parents like with your decisions in moving into the sport, trying to make a career, and now obviously you're in the UFC? Were they super supportive? Did they have their moments where they were maybe like, oh, maybe you should go study or something? Like, what were they like?
No, they are huge supporters. Even I will tell you about one situation. I lost my pro debut. And after this loss, I said my parents that I leave my job, I leave my studies, and I move to other city to train. So can you imagine? I lose debut, and I thought that it is great idea to change everything to do MMA career. But I remember that they didn't say something. Oh no, you shouldn't. You lose. You are so bad in this sport. You should stop it. You should do something different. No, they allowed me to leave my studies, leave my job, and move to other city. And they also give me money to move to other cities. So I think that I couldn't imagine bigger supporters than my parents are. Yeah.
Do you think they influenced your mindset at all when growing up? Because obviously you're quite positive, the negativity stuff, you're just like, yeah. Do you think they had a big influence on that, or was that something that you've built yourself on the way?
I think that both options. For sure, when I was growing, I had really good influence from my home, from my house. But I also think that I built myself during my career. Sports career is not only fighting; it's also meeting good and bad people. And I think that it builds me.
And what would you do if you weren't fighting in the UFC? What would be the career path for you? Where do you think you would see yourself if you wasn't doing this?
To be honest, I don't know. I only know that winning in UFC is the best feeling of the world. Nothing better than your hand up after a fight in UFC. Yeah, it was always my big dream, and now when I felt it 2 times, I can say that I want more and more because it is the best feeling of the world.
So growing up, was that for you as a young girl, this was the whole plan? So when you say like studying and stuff, was you studying to, I don't know, become a doctor or anything like that? Or was it just, this is the goal, I don't care about anything else, this is what I want to do? Because obviously, like you say, you started jiu-jitsu at 14. So was it always just this direction?
I was really good student. I finished economics, so yeah, I tried to connect both, be fighter and be good student. But of course, when I start train more seriously, professional, I studied. I do different things, but I was focused on mixed martial arts, and this was my goal in my life. I tried to do other things, but I knew that I want to be a good fighter in the future. So for sure, I didn't put the same effort in studying what I put in mixed martial arts.
Okay. So that was always there, kind of like, this is what I enjoy, but maybe this is what I kind of have to do, you know. It's like I want to do what I want to enjoy this more and make a way forward for that. That makes sense. It's so hard to find that balance, I think, between your dreams and what you want to do, and maybe the opportunities that are kind of, I want to say, for the normal people, you know, because obviously not everyone's going to be exceptional.
If you will be not normal, I think that normal people will not move to other city, not leave job, studies after a lost fight. Okay, when you win, it is maybe quite normal because you expect that you will do some big career in the future. But after a loss, who normal do things like that? I think that anyone. So I also think that being the sport requires be not normal person because a lot of sacrifices. For instance, I would never expect that I will be in USA and I will be trained with in American top team with, for instance, Kayla Harrison. I would never think about it, but it just happens, and I made one decision, and now I am here. So I think that in this sport, normal people doesn't exist. Everyone is a little weird. Yeah.
Do you not think that's like, it's fucking crazy, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like when you really think about like your story, the same for everyone that's like moving there, but your story, just loss, I'm going to move, I'm going to go here. Now I'm with like Kayla Harrison and stuff like that. When you really like think about it, it's like, how the fuck did I do this? How did I end up here?
Sometimes when I think about my life, I think that how is possible that I did all these things, and how is possible that now I am in USA, and I am also always joking that I need to write book about my career, because nothing works like should work, but I am in this place where I always wanted to be. I always dreaming about UFC, but beginning of my career didn't show that I will be here. I lost first amateur debut, I lost first professional debut, and I lost UFC debut. But then beautiful things comes to me, and that is why I think that we should be all the time patient, because even if the beginning is really bad, then something great can come to us.
It also makes sense with the tattoo, right? Persistence.
Yeah. I did this tattoo after my professional debut. I lost, and then I thought that it would be great idea to do this tattoo. Yeah, but I like this one.
Does it hurt on the neck?
No, I didn't feel nothing. But I also, my pain level is really high. Trust me. So maybe that's why.
I was going to say that, like, obviously you get punched in the face and your arms pulled about for a living. It's probably
I am used to pain, so yeah.
I've got like 0 tattoos, and I'm thinking about it, but I'm just like, I don't know if I can handle the pain. But then I don't know. Maybe they'll put some numbing cream on or something. But the neck just looks.
It looks great, but I also think that every tattoo should have some meaning for us. If you wanna do only paint on your body, no, you don't need it, because in the future probably your guess will change, so you don't need it. But if you wanna do something what stay with you whole life, it is great, because I know that this, for instance, this tattoo persistence stay with me all my life, because I can be persistent not only in MMA. I can be persistent in my life in every different field. So, yeah, every tattoo for me should have some meaning, special meaning.
Yeah, but on the neck, it's painful. Like the skin, I don't know, so painful.
But it is small tattoo. It takes maybe 15 minutes. It's so small, so yeah, it wasn't painful.
That's it for me. That's all the questions I've got. So I really appreciate you joining me today. I'll talk to you off recording just for a couple of minutes, if that's okay with you. Where can people find you, contact you, to reach out for chatting?
We can stay on Instagram if you want, or not.
Yeah, I meant everywhere. Where can other people find you to contact you to chat to you?
Okay. Instagram link will be perfect.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
I'll put your Instagram in the YouTube video description when we go live. So if people want to contact you, they can. And thank you. I really enjoyed this conversation. It was good.
It was a great experience for me because I am still working with my English. So sometimes I am looking for such opportunities to just try. And I think that was maybe not good, but also not bad. And really thank you for this opportunity.
No, your English was fine. I understood you, and I struggle with accents, so I understood you, so it's fine.
Thank you.
Cool. I'll end it now, and we'll talk for 2 minutes off screen. So yeah, thank you for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day.